The National Weather Service has issued a blizzard warning for the following counties in Minnesota: Clay, Wilkin, Norman, Otter Tail, and Becker. In North Dakota, Cass, Richland, Ransom, and Sargent. Wet, heavy snow is expected to move in tonight. Blizzard conditions are expected to develop late tonight and into Wednesday morning, and lasting until Thursday evening. 7 to 9 inches of snow is expected to fall overnight and into Wednesday afternoon. Wind speeds are estimated at 20 to 30 miles per hour, with gusts of up to 40 to be expected. This will cause whiteout conditions, especially in open country. Total accumulations of 10 to 14 inches of snow is expected by Thursday, where portions of northwest and west central Minnesota and eastern North Dakota. When blizzard warning starting tonight, Tuesday, April 7th at 7 p.m. until Thursday, April 9th at 7 p.m. Additional details: plan on difficult travel conditions. Blowing snow will reduce visibility to a quarter of a mile or less. Wind gusts of up to 40 miles per hour will cause blowing and drifting snow. Travel will be very dangerous to impossible. Temperatures are expected in the low 20s, high 10s, with wind chill values making it feel closer to 0 degrees. A blizzard warning means severe winter weather conditions are expected or occurring. Falling and blowing snow with strong winds and poor visibilities are likely. This will lead to whiteout conditions, making travel extremely dangerous. Do not travel. If you must travel, have a winter survival kit with you, including warm clothes, blankets, food, a flashlight with batteries, and a mobile device to make calls. If you get stranded, stay with your vehicle. Current road conditions can be obtained by calling 511 or at www.dot.nd.gov for North Dakota and www.hb.511mn.org for Minnesota. Stay tuned to weather radio or a local media for further updates. The National Weather Service in Grand Forks has issued a flash flood watch for the following areas: in Minnesota, western Big Stone County, western Traverse County, western Wilkin County, western Clay County, western Norman County, western Polk County, western Marshall County, western Kitson County. In North Dakota, eastern Richland County, eastern Cass County, eastern Trail County, eastern Grand Forks County, eastern Walsh County, eastern Pembina County. Heavy rainstorms and shower along the Red River Valley, along with snow melt, has made the ground excessively wet, and this new precipitation may cause flooding along the Red River and its tributaries and streams in the next 12 hours. Rainfall amounts from 2 to 4 inches is expected throughout today and into this evening in this region. Precautionary preparedness actions. A flash flood watch means the threat of flash flooding exists along rivers and creeks and low-lying areas. If you are in the watch area, you should monitor weather conditions closely. Be ready to move to higher ground if flooding is observed or a warning is issued. Most deaths in floods occur in cars. If you come to a closed or flooded road, turn around. Don't drown. Driving into flooded roads is a good way to die. Better to be late than end up on the news. Stay tuned to weather radio and local media outlets for further updates.
At 10:37 a.m. Central Standard Time, the Saskatchewan Emergency Management and Fire Safety in the city of Estevan, Saskatchewan has issued an evacuation alert. All residents in the city of Estevan must evacuate immediately. Heavy rain and snowmelt has resulted in overland flooding from the Souris River, breaching the sewage lagoon and flooding the wastewater treatment plant. Another breach of the sandbag dike on Alice Road and 1st Street has been reported. Do not travel on Highway 18 going west, Highway 39 going west, or Highway 47 going south as the bridges over the river have been damaged or closed. Evacuate the city on Highway 47 going north, or on Highway 18 going west. Evacuate with only one vehicle if possible, and take neighbors who may not have means to evacuate. Take clothing and medicine for a week. Pets may be allowed in shelters. If not, emergency kennel space will be provided. If you are unable to evacuate, call 911, or make your way to Estevan School, Walmart, or Co-op food store to be evacuated. If you have family at St. Joseph's Hospital, do not travel to get them. They are being evacuated now by the hospital staff.
À 10h37, heure normale du centre, la Saskatchewan Emergency Management et Fire Safety et la ville d'Estevan, en Saskatchewan, ont émis une alerte d'évacuation immédiate. Tous les habitants de la ville d'Estevan doivent évacuer immédiatement. Les fortes pluies et la fonte des neiges ont provoqué des inondations de surface de la rivière Souris, une brèche dans la lagune d'égout et l'inondation de la station d'épuration. Une autre brèche dans la digue des sacs de sable sur Alice Road et Honesty Street a été signalée. Ne circulez pas sur l'autoroute 18 vers l'ouest, l'autoroute 39 vers l'ouest ou l'autoroute 47 vers le sud car les ponts sur la rivière ont été endommagés ou fermés. Évacuez la ville sur l'autoroute 47 vers le nord ou sur l'autoroute 18 vers l'ouest. Évacuez si possible avec un seul véhicule et prenez des voisins qui peuvent ne pas avoir les moyens d'évacuer. Prenez des vêtements et des médicaments pendant une semaine. Les animaux domestiques peuvent être autorisés dans les abris, sinon, un espace de chenil d'urgence sera fourni. Si vous ne pouvez pas évacuer, appelez le 911 ou dirigez-vous vers Estevan School, Walmart ou compagnie ou food store pour être évacué. Si vous avez de la famille à l'hôpital Saint-Joseph, ne voyagez pas pour les chercher. Ils sont maintenant évacués par le personnel de l'hôpital.
At 10:37 a.m. Central Standard Time, the Saskatchewan Emergency Management and Fire Safety in the city of At 8:58 a.m. Central Daylight Time, the Manitoba Emergency Management Organization issued a flood warning for the following areas: Municipality of Emerson Franklin, Municipality of Montcalm, Municipality of Morris, Town of Morris, Municipality of Dressalibury, Town of St. Pierre-Jolies, Municipality of McDonald, Municipality of Richet, and Town of Niverville. Excessive rain and meltwater in North Dakota and Minnesota is currently traveling downstream on the Red River, and is expected to start overflowing its banks in the next 24 to 48 hours. If you have been given instructions to evacuate, do so now. Take clothing and medicine for a week. If you have plans in place on where to go, such as family or friends outside of the flood zone, do so now. If you do not, and are on the east bank of the Red River, evacuate to Winnipeg, Niverville, Steinbach or points further east. If you are on the west bank of the Red River, evacuate to Winnipeg, Morden, Winkler, Altona, Morris, Carman, or points further west. Do not stay in the flood zone if at all possible. Water will be moving very fast and can cut roads and destroy bridges very quickly. Traveling on flooded roads by vehicle can be very dangerous, as it is hard to tell how deep it is, and your vehicle can be washed off the road. If you are unable to evacuate at a cut-off roads, lack of vehicles or disability, call 911, and measures will be taken to evacuate you.
À 8h58, heure avancée du centre, l'Organisation manitobaine de gestion des urgences a donné son avis sur les inondations dans les régions suivantes: municipalité d'Emerson-Franklin, municipalité de Montcalm, municipalité de Maurice, ville de Maurice, municipalité de Salaberry, ville de Saint-Pierre-Joli, municipalité de McDonald, municipalité de Richow et ville de Niverville. Les pluies et les eaux de fonte excessives du Dakota du Nord et du Minnesota se déplacent actuellement en aval sur la rivière Rouge et devraient commencer à déborder dans les prochaines 24 à 48 heures. Si vous avez reçu des instructions pour évacuer, faites-le maintenant. Prenez des vêtements et des médicaments pendant une semaine. Si vous avez des projets pour savoir où aller, comme la famille ou les amis en dehors de la zone inondable, faites-le maintenant. Si vous ne le faites pas et que vous vous trouvez sur la rive et de la rivière Rouge, évacuez-vous vers Winnipeg, Niverville, Steinbach ou des points plus à l'est. Si vous êtes sur la rive ouest de la rivière Rouge, évacuez-vous vers Winnipeg, Morden, Winkler, Altona, Maurice, Carman ou vers des points plus à l'ouest. Ne restez pas dans la zone inondable si possible. L'eau se déplacera très vite et peut couper les routes et détruire les ponts très rapidement. Voyager sur des routes inondées par véhicule peut être très dangereux, car il est difficile de dire quelle est sa profondeur et que votre véhicule peut être enlevé de la route. Si vous ne parvenez pas à évacuer en raison de routes coupées, de manque de véhicules ou d'un handicap, composez le 911 et des mesures seront prises pour vous évacuer.
At 8:58 a.m. Central Daylight Time, the Manitoba Emergency Management Organization issued a flood warning for the following areas. At 3:29 p.m. Central Daylight Time, the City of Brandon has ordered the evacuation of residents in the area from Pacific Avenue in the south to Breakhurst Drive in the north. This includes the area of Kirkcaldy Heights, the Corral Center, Dinsdale Park, Grand Valley Road, the Canadian Pacific Railway Yards, and the Riverbank Discovery Center. The dike built along 18th Street on both sides of the Assiniboine River has been declared unstable, and may break at any time. Residents and workers in this area should evacuate to higher ground now. Take clothing and medicine for a week. Service animals are welcome. Pets can be brought to the shelter, but may be rehoused to temporary kennels. The 18th Street Bridge, Daily Overpass, and the 1st Street Bridge have been closed, so do not travel on them. If you are on the south bank of the river, Evacuate south toward the shelter established at the Keystone Center. If you are on the north bank of the river, go to the shelter set up at Assiniboine Community College or Brandon Airport. This is a matter of life and death. Do not stay in the flood zone.
À 15h29 avancée du centre, la ville de Brandon a ordonné l'évacuation des résidents dans le secteur situé entre l'avenue Pacifique au sud et Braycrest Drive, dans le nord. Cela comprend le secteur de Kirkcaldy Heights, le Coral Centre, le parc d'Hinsdale, le chemin Grand Valley, les chantiers du chemin de fer du Canadien Pacifique et le Riverbank Discovery Centre. La digue construite le long de la 18e rue des deux côtés de la rivière Assiniboine a été déclarée instable et pourrait se briser à tout moment. Les résidents et les travailleurs de cette zone devraient maintenant évacuer vers les hauteurs. Prenez des vêtements et des médicaments pendant une semaine. Les animaux d'assistance sont les bienvenus. Les animaux peuvent être amenés à l'abri, mais peuvent être relogés dans des chenils temporaires. Le pont de la 18e rue, le passage supérieur de Daly et le pont de la première rue ont été fermés. Ne les voyagez donc pas. Si vous êtes sur la rive sud de la rivière, évacuez le sud vers l'abri établi au centre Keystone. Si vous êtes sur la rive nord de la rivière, rendez-vous au refuge situé au collège communautaire Assiniboine ou à l'aéroport de Brandon. C'est une question de vie ou de mort. Ne restez pas dans la zone inondable.
At 10:47 a.m. Central Daylight Time, Environment and Climate Change Canada has issued a flash flood warning for the following areas: Municipality of Portage La Prairie, and the City of Portage La Prairie. An uncontrolled breach of the dikes at Fort Loraine and the Hoop and Holler Bend have caused extensive overland flooding to the north of the Assiniboine River on either side of the City of Portage La Prairie. All residents of Portage La Prairie should prepare to evacuate on short notice, as temporary dikes built on the Trans-Canada Highway are not complete, and may not handle the force of the water currently overflowing the Assiniboine River. Prepare an emergency kit with clothing and medicine for a week and arrange shelter accommodations outside of Portage La Prairie. Residents of Melonville and Coco Platte should evacuate immediately. Emergency shelters have been set up at the Portage La Prairie Mall. Take Provincial Road 240 to evacuate. Do not stay in the flood zone, as it will put your life at risk. Do not travel into areas that are already flooded, as they may be deeper than they appear. Fast-moving water may wash your car off the road. Do not take chances with your life, or the lives of emergency first responders who will have to try to rescue you.
À 10h47, heure avancée du centre, Environnement et Changement climatique Canada éclaire pour les zones suivantes: la municipalité de Portage La Prairie et la ville de Portage La Prairie. Une brèche incontrôlée des digues de Fort La Reine et d'Iohio-les-Bendes a provoqué d'importantes inondations terrestres au nord de la rivière Assiniboine de part et d'autre de la ville de Portage La Prairie. Tous les résidents de Portage La Prairie devraient se préparer à évacuer rapidement, car les digues temporaires construites sur la route transcanadienne ne sont pas complètes et pourraient ne pas supporter la force de l'eau qui déborde actuellement de la rivière Assiniboine. Préparez une trousse d'urgence avec des vêtements et des médicaments pendant une semaine et organisez des abris à l'extérieur de Portage La Prairie. Les résidents de Mailonville et de Coco Platte devraient évacuer immédiatement. Des abris d'urgence ont été installés au centre commercial Portage La Prairie. Prenez la route provinciale de 40 pour évacuer. Ne restez pas dans la zone inondable, car cela mettrait votre vie en danger. Ne voyagez pas dans des zones déjà inondées, car elles peuvent être plus profondes qu'elles n'apparaissent. Une eau en mouvement rapide peut laver votre voiture de la route. Ne prenez pas de risques avec votre vie ou la vie des premiers intervenants d'urgence qui devront essayer de vous sauver.
At 10:47 a.m. Central Daylight Time, Environment and Climate Change Canada has issued a flash flood warning for the following areas: municipality. At 9:43 p.m., Daylight Central Time, the City of Winnipeg has declared a state of emergency and mandatory evacuations of the following wards of the city: South Winnipeg, St. Norbert, St. Vital, River Heights, Fort Garry, Fort Rouge, East Fort Garry, and St. Boniface. One of the gates of the Red River floodway has failed, and water is currently flooding into the City of Winnipeg, making the Red River within the city rise at an unprecedented rate. It is impossible to fix this situation at this time, so evacuation is urgently advised. Stay away from the river and floodwaters, as they may be deeper and faster moving than expected, and can wash you away. There is no time to waste, as this is a life and death situation. Residents of the following areas needs to seek shelter immediately, gather food and medicine for a week, and go away from the river. Do not travel over the bridges crossing the Red River. They may be unstable, damaged, or washed away. All the bridges over the Red River closed, so do not cross them. Bridges over the Assiniboine River will only allow limited traffic over to ensure their structural integrity. If you are on the west bank of the Red River, get to an area west of Route 42, Pembina Highway and Route 70, Stratford Street. If you are on the east bank of the Red River, get to an area east of Route 30, Archibald Street and Route 150, St. Anne's Road. Emergency shelters are being established at the following locations: Polo Park, Bell MTS Place, the University of Winnipeg, the Health Sciences Centre, James Armstrong Richardson Airport, Grant Park Shopping Centre, Crossroads Station Shopping Centre, Kildonan Place, Garden City Shopping Centre, and all City of Winnipeg infrastructure and recreation centres. Go to the closest one you can that is not in the flood zone. If you do not have a vehicle, Go to a major transit hub or locations such as shopping malls or landmarks, including St. Vital Shopping Centre, the University of Manitoba, Investors Group Field, IKEA, Walmart, Real Canadian Superstore, and other such locations. All current transit routes are being cancelled, and buses will be used for the evacuation, and will be going to the nearest designated location. Do not stay in the flood zone. It can mean life and death.
À 22h02, heure avancée du centre, la ville de Winnipeg a déclaré l'état d'urgence et les évacuations obligatoires des quartiers suivants de la ville: Sud Winnipeg, Saint-Norbert, Saint-Vital, River Heights, Fort-Garry et Fort-Rouge, East Fort-Garry et Saint-Boniface. L'une des portes du canal de dérivation de la rivière Rouge est tombée en panne et de l'eau se déverse actuellement dans la ville de Winnipeg, faisant monter la rivière Rouge dans la ville à un rythme sans précédent. Il est impossible de remédier à cette situation à l'heure actuelle, il est donc urgent de procéder à une évacuation. Restez à l'écart de la rivière et des eaux de crue, car elles peuvent bouger plus profondément et plus rapidement que prévu et peuvent vous emporter. Il n'y a pas de temps à perdre, car il s'agit d'une situation de vie ou de mort. Les résidents des zones suivantes doivent chercher un abri immédiatement, rassembler de la nourriture et des médicaments pendant une semaine et quitter la rivière. Ne passez pas sur les ponts qui traversent la rivière Rouge, ils peuvent être instables, endommagés ou emportés. Tous les ponts sur la rivière Rouge sont fermés, alors ne les traversez pas. Les ponts sur la rivière Assiniboine ne permettront qu'une circulation limitée pour assurer leur intégrité structurelle. Si vous êtes sur la rive ouest de la rivière Rouge, rendez-vous à l'ouest de la route 42 route Pembina et de la route 70 rue Stratford. Si vous êtes sur la rive et de la rivière Rouge, rendez-vous à l'est de la route 30 rue Archibald et de la route 150 route Sainte-Anne. Des refuges d'urgence sont établis aux endroits suivants: Polo Park, Place Bell MTS, Université de Winnipeg, Centre des sciences de la santé, Aéroport James Armstrong Richardson, Centre commercial Grant Park, Centre commercial Crossroads Station, Place Kildenham, Centre commercial Gordon City, et tous les centres d'infrastructure et de loisirs de la ville de Winnipeg. Allez à la plus proche que vous pouvez qui n'est pas dans la zone d'inondation. Si vous n'avez pas de véhicule, rendez-vous dans un centre de transit ou un centre de transit important, comme un centre commercial ou un point de repère, notamment le centre commercial Saint-Vital, l'Université du Manitoba, IKEA, Walmart ou Real Canadian Superstore. Emplacement. Tous les itinéraires de transit actuels sont annulés et des bus seront utilisés pour l'évacuation et se rendront à l'endroit désigné le plus proche. Ne restez pas dans la zone inondable. Cela peut signifier la vie et la mort.
At 9:43 p.m., Daylight Central Time, the city of Winnipeg has declared a state of emergency and mandatory evacuations of the following wards of the city: South Winnipeg.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the U.S. Air Force, Minot Air Force Base. The U.S. Air Force, Minot Air Force Base has issued a hazardous materials warning for the city of Minot and the counties of Ward, Renville, McHenry and Bottineau, effective 8:17 a.m. Central Standard Time. There has been an accident at a Minuteman missile silo northwest of Minot. Floodwaters from the ongoing flood managed to penetrate a silo and caused the missile to begin a launching procedure. The missile was able to be disabled before launch, but not before an explosion damaged the silo. The nuclear warhead did not detonate. Repeat, the nuclear warhead did not detonate. However, radioactive material from the warhead did escape, and is contaminating the water. The traces of radiation are low, but can become dangerous due to prolonged exposure. Underground reservoirs and aquifers may have been contaminated. All persons in the affected counties should avoid interaction with flood water at all costs. All residents of the previously mentioned areas should avoid drinking or using tap water until further notice. It is unlikely that the contamination will have spread to the water supplies of Minot in this time, so if you have previously consumed, washed, or cleaned with the water, you should be safe. There is no danger in the air, so shelter-in-place procedures are necessary. Tune to local radio or television broadcasts for further information. Do not call 911 unless you are reporting an emergency. The following message has been issued by the National Weather Service for the following counties: in Minnesota, Clay, Wilkin, Norman, Otter Tail, and Becker; in North Dakota, Cass, Richland, Ransom, and Sargent. All clear. I repeat, all clear. The floodwaters of the Red River has returned to its banks, and there is no further danger from floodwaters along the Red River Valley. It is now safe for evacuees who have not been told so to return home. The National Guards of North Dakota and Minnesota, the Federal Emergency Management Agency, and local and state government bodies will continue to work to rebuild and repair the area. The federal government, the government of North Dakota and Minnesota, thanks you for your cooperation during this emergency.